welcome to the Burning Truth. My
We are
colleague
live.
fucked up yet again.
Whoa, it wasn't me.
I don't know who's worse, you or the cleaner, Martina.
Martin needs to get his stuff together.
Martina is a terrible cleaner.
Oh, very. Doesn't know the difference from a dish rag and a dish duvet, whatever.
Dishcloth.
Dishcloth. Hey, I'm not a cleaner. I don't need to know that stuff.
Fucking neither do you. You know, your body wouldn't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch.
I definitely do. You don't know the difference between a ham sandwich and a hammerlock.
Do you know the difference between a firecrotch guillotine?
Oh, for God's sake! You couldn't even last how long? A minute!
God, no, I didn't last longer than Brock Lesnar. I found something I can do quicker than Brock Lesnar.
Quicker than Brock Lesnar, definitely.
So, never mind. Right, interesting week. Very interesting week.
Interesting in the sense of we can turn around and say, it's got the world on talking, or we can turn around and say, what the hell?
We have 205 Live.
205 Live.
That's been added to the network this week.
Yep.
We have Brock Lesnar's and Goldberg's premature ejaculation session.
Could you call it a match?
No. Could you call it a main event? Not really.
Could you call it a comeback? Maybe.
Broken Matt Hardy's survival of amnesia.
Oh, good lord.
Well, is coming out of amnesia.
Being rebroken.
Being, yes, rebroken.
As you put it. Right? Where would you like to head to first?
Well, we're going to start this differently. So, we like topics. And topics are where we want to gauge discussion. So, the topic I've got for you, for anyone who wants to comment, whether it be live in the comments for the week. Now, Daniel Bryan was brought in as SmackDown GM.
Yep.
To bring the land of opportunity.
Yep.
Now, doesn't it feel like Daniel Bryan is a little bit, respect my authority?
I'd say he's more likely probably the only authority figure on the outer screen who doesn't give any fucks out.
No, he's the only, an authority figure. If you're going to have it, usually, yes, you can be a little bit behind the faces, but Daniel Bryan's whole gimmick was, I didn't want to be this person that tries to hold people back.
I don't want to be held back. I want to uprise.
I want to produce stars.
Yeah.
But he's effectively turned into the face authority. Not the authority, the face authority. Putting the heels down. People like Alexa Bliss. All Alexa Bliss wants is a rightful rematch.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin, all he wants is a chance. And he's keeping these people down. They're not ready. You'll have it when I say you can have it. Isn't that what Stephanie and Triple H did to our B plus player?
A little bit.
So, my discussion is, where do you think WWE have gone wrong in the booking of Daniel Bryan?
Well,
as an authority figure, should he have been the someone that gives everyone an opportunity, no matter if you're heel or face?
It should be that, if he was going to be portrayed correctly.
Dean Ambrose has got 6,000 chances at this world title.
He's lost his last chance. Oh my God.
James Ellsworth owns more wins over AJ Styles than John Cena and Dean Ambrose put together.
Don't even stop. No. Right, I'm sorry about this, but this is a rant for me.
No, you can have your rant after. No, we're staying on topic.
No, I'll be damned.
No.
You're going to bring that up.
We're staying on topic. So, where has WWE gone wrong with the booking of Daniel Bryan?
He seems to be doing something that the authority are doing. He's doing the exact same thing. The only difference is he's doing it on faces, and people are meant to be going, "Oh, that's okay. That's fine." He's doing it for the good guys.
Where's the payoff if he can't get in the ring if you can't put a Corbin over? Where's your payoff?
There isn't one.
At least Stephanie can still get in the ring with one of the females and get
Put herself
slapped
over?
around a bit.
And put herself over?
But she gets slapped around in the process.
A little bit.
But where's the end game with this thing with the Miz? Where's the end game with this thing with Baron Corbin?
There isn't one. They'll just brush it off as, oh, he's feuding with Kalisto, or he's feuding with the cruiserweights, and make some bull crap up.
But what would you do differently if you were WWE with Daniel Bryan?
Daniel Bryan should be offering chances to everybody, and that does include the heels. He shouldn't be on Miz's case saying, you can't do this, you can't do that. You shouldn't, I'm going to trade you here, I'm going to trade you there. It shouldn't be like that. Personally, it's not felt as much as Daniel Bryan can turn around and saying, oh, I was held back, I was this, I was that. How's he any different if he's doing the exact same thing as what the Authority did to him on all the villains of SmackDown? It makes him no better. Because then people can turn around and say, well, wouldn't that make the heels technically in a way faces if he's holding them back? Then that's making their job harder. Because they're then having to overcome Daniel Bryan, the face authority.
The anti-establishment face. They're having to overcome the anti-establishment.
How?
The anti-establishment establishment.
Yeah. And that's the only way we can explain that, because it's stupid. And it is really stupid, personally, because it shouldn't be like that.
No. The booking of it's really backwards, and if there's no endgame, if there's no Miz, but does Miz need to put Daniel Bryan, does Daniel Bryan need to put the Miz over since all the history? I can't classify Daniel Bryan as a legend yet, because he's only just retired. So I can't class him as like a WWE legend or Hall of Famer.
You can call him a wrestling legend as in on the independent scene, but not a WWE one, because to yourself it feels too soon.
It would make more sense for him to put a Baron Corbin over someone who he hasn't faced, but he's faced him so many times.
Too many cooks.
But no, so people's opinions on how WWE is booking Daniel Bryan as the anti-establishment figure.
Now here's the thing. Daniel Bryan works when he's able to speak his mind. As in when he was on like the address, I think.
Yeah. But
Daniel Bryan got himself over by showing that he's willing to
connect with the fans.
Show he is passionate. Show that when Mick Foley calls him out saying he doesn't have the fire, the passion, he was coerced into his possession. Fine, that works. But the fact that he's not letting the bad, as much as you can turn around and say, the good guys shouldn't be putting down the bad guys, because really, in that such a way, because really, how does that make him any difference to what the Authority did?
Well, it doesn't. So, just messages your thoughts. You can find us on theburningtruth@outlook.com. You can message us on Facebook with your thoughts. Just if you want to join in with the discussion, drop us a message. Moving on to something that we just brought up about 5 minutes ago. James Ellsworth has now got a full-time WWE contract. He was awarded it this week. He took his last independent booking for a little while. How long his run is depends on how much they want the comic relief.
Right.
Like, jobbers aren't a bad thing. But when jobbers are beating world champions repeatedly week in and week out, it's a bit like me pinning Matt Burns week in and week out. It happens, but it shouldn't.
You're so full of it today, aren't you? You know it doesn't happen. Anyway, moving on. The point being is, I actually agree on this point that James Ellsworth has got 3 victories. 3 victories. That's how many more than John Cena and Dean Ambrose put together?
Probably 3 more.
I think Dean's won AJ once or twice. Once or
But he
twice.
hasn't won it 3 times on the bounce.
Not on the
And now
bounce.
James Ellsworth gets a world title shot. Are they giving these fucking things out with the memorabilia belts? Here is your contract for 1 match with AJ Styles.
No. Here's your contract with the WWE. Oh, and right there is your WWE World Title match against whoever's got the belt.
To let you pick these fucking things up in a box of bootios? 1 contract against whoever the champion of your choice. Guaranteed win. It's a bit like playing with cheats on, isn't it?
Pretty much. Because it's like, here's your company. Welcome to the company. Take a shot at the champ. Go for it.
I understand bringing him in. Yes, he can work. Does he belong on Cruiserweight Classics 205 or 205 Live? Possibly. Does he belong in the undercard? Possibly the mid-card?
Yes.
Yes. Does he belong in the main event every week?
No!
Fucking hell no.
Hells no!
This is almost as bad as David Arquette. It was good for the first couple of weeks.
It's like, oh, he's there, he's a bit of famous.
It was good for the first couple of weeks, but
it's okay having some comic relief, and I'll put my hand up and say, it's fine to have some comic relief. However, when it comes down to seriousness, when it comes down to making it look legitimate, now straight away, AJ Styles, right, has beaten Dean Ambrose. The lunatic. Is it lunatic French?
yeah.
Yeah, lunatic French. Right? A lunatic, whatever you want to call him, whatever. Beat John Cena and everybody. And he's like, oh, I'm top of the world. The face that runs the place. And he can't beat James Ellsworth. The man who looks like he can barely hold his own jockstrap. A man who comes down to generic entrance music. A man who, okay, the other problem I have also with this is SmackDown turns around and says, oh, wait, Dean Ambrose, you got the night off. Translation, Dean Ambrose, you shouldn't be at ringside. Naughty, you're not meant to be there. Naughty, naughty. Now, what happened 24 hours before that?
Raw.
Raw. What happened on Raw? Main event.
Was Jericho in a Sin Cara mask.
Yeah, but was he banned from ringside?
Yeah.
So, hang on. Have SmackDown just copied Raw?
Well, wrestling copies wrestling.
It does, but it should give us at least more than 20 fucking 4 hours.
But that isn't the point.
I don't care.
Are you done, yeah?
No, I'm not done, because it shouldn't be doing that, because that's saying to us. That's all, folks, whatever you want to say. But the point being is, I'm trying to get across is, WWE think the fans are going to instantly forget in less than 24 hours what's already happened on Raw?
No, so not everyone who watches Raw will watch SmackDown, and not everyone who watches SmackDown will watch Raw.
Understandable.
So,
yes.
The point that we're arguing is that James Ellsworth is over his head in place. Everyone has a place on the card. James Ellsworth is hitting above his batting average.
No kidding.
Like, I'm just ready for him to settle down the order. I don't mind him being on my tally. Just as long as he's with people that are with him, not with the main events. Because he hasn't been built up to be a main event. It basically
Has he won a match?
It basically looks like they've just dragged someone out the crowd to join the main event.
Where have you seen that before?
Italy.
Where's he?
He's had to retire. It's a shame. But moving on. Because otherwise we could run off topic all day.
Yeah.
James Ellsworth. So, let's address the elephant in the room, all 96 seconds of it. I have two views on this match.
86 seconds.
I thought it was 96.
86. 86 seconds. Now, we can see many points of this. We can say, oh, he made it more realistic. He made it more barbaric. He made this, made it that. He made it look real. I'm a real boy. Really? Sorry. But in this moment in time, I can't forgive it in a way. Because the fact is, yes, in a way, you can some could say it brought a little bit, realism into it, or shock and awe. But on the flip side, I think the fact that Brock Lesnar was the guy who beat Undertaker's streak, and it took a hell of a lot for him to beat it, and then it took a lot to convince people why he beat it, for him to go, yeah, I'm the guy who beat Taker, I'm the guy who beat Taker.
So, I love my 2p's worth on this. So, am I angry that Goldberg won in 86 seconds? Not really. Am I angry that he beat Brock Lesnar in 86 seconds? Yes. So, him winning a match in 86 seconds doesn't bother me, because that's his average time from WCW.
That's how he used to do it.
People want to remember him in his glory days. Now, the problem I have is that it isn't realistic to beat Brock Lesnar in 86 seconds. Not unless you're doing the SmackDown versus Raw load-up cheat, where you put max finishes on and you just hit a shitload of finishes.
Jesus Christ! CM Punk lasted longer than Brock Lesnar did in his debut match.
Right, so
now CM Punk in UFC, when he got the living shit kicked out of him, lasted longer than Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
So my point is, though, this is Brock Lesnar. This is someone that went to the ring, beat The Undertaker, goes away, trains for the Octagon, drugs or no drugs beats Mark Hunt,
comes back, kills Cena,
comes back and has John Cena, comes back and tears roughshod through the rest of the WWE, goes through Randy Orton like a knife through butter.
Oh, his elbow, like a hot knife through butter.
You have Goldberg, who hasn't wrestled since 2004.
For 12, is it 12 or
12 years. So,
12 years.
So someone who hasn't had a competitive match comes in and takes a giant dump over your roster at the moment, going, well, this roster can't be very good. I have to beat Brock Lesnar in 86 seconds. Pass me my title. No. That's why it's a problem. If Goldberg come in and beat, say, Bo Dallas in 86 seconds.
Believable.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to see that. Stick it on at the front. Goldberg gets his cheek pop for his return. Everyone's happy because Brock Lesnar's in a proper match, say against Randy Orton again, with a little bit of help from the Wyatts. You put Luke Harper in the 5-on-5 elimination. Yeah. Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar's your main event, and Orton wins one after a good 20-minute battle.
Yeah.
Fine. Not 86 seconds. 86 seconds. Not unless, because one of the sports he does is real, one of them isn't. I'll let you decide for yourself which one that is, for those that it's still real to. Like Matt Burns.
Damn it!
Keeps on telling me UFC's fake. They don't hit each other, he says.
It's pussyfoot! It's pussyfoot!
He says, work punches.
Fairy taps!
But no.
I say jokingly, by the way.
So that's my problem with it. It wasn't that he came in and won in 86 seconds. It was the fact it was against Brock Lesnar, who is like the best on the roster at the moment. He's been built up to be the unstoppable
Brock Lesnar, the man, the beast, the one in 21-1, the man who beat Undertaker, the guy who beat The Rock and took his throne to become the youngest champion at that time as well.
It just damages the credibility of your roster, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, if he'd have come in and beat anyone from the undercard or mid-card, I wouldn't have really been that bothered, I would have been happy. I'm not disappointed he won in 86 seconds, it's just the person he won against in 86 seconds.
It's Lesnar. And it wasn't just that. All that build.
for that.
It was literally going build, 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 build. Yes, yes, yes.
So, my question is, I had a discussion with someone about this, which can be seen on Facebook. Just go through my wall and you'll see it, on why people wanted to know if it was a good or a bad thing. And I had a discussion. It wasn't a slanging match, it was a discussion. And the bloke said, because it'll lead to more fights, because people will be interested. If Brock Lesnar had won the match, what would that have been in head-to-heads?
1-1.
One win each. What is it now?
2-0.
So what does Lesnar achieve at winning at WrestleMania?
Nothing. He's managed to get one back up. Or they're going to try.
So do you have to go for the best of 5?
Nope, they won't do that.
So therefore, then Goldberg can easily just come out and go, "I lost once. I've beat you twice. See you in a bit."
See you in a bit. I don't care.
Ride off into the sunset with his big deal.
Big deal. Hall of Fame. Bye-bye. It just doesn't add up to me.
If it was 1-1 and WrestleMania was the rubber, I'd understand. But WrestleMania won't be the rubber match.
Hell no.
No, any.
And if they even try and make out the Royal Rumble as, good God. Try and make out the Royal Rumble.
Well, both of them have entered the Rumble.
What?
Both Lesnar and Goldberg have entered the Rumble.
I know that. Right. How did it actually officially announced Lesnar in?
Yes.
You thick fuckers. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks. It's just you thick fuckers.
In all fairness, I think it adds more credibility to the Rumble.
No, I think it would have been. But it does have credibility.
If
However,
you think about it,
no. That's not what I mean. I'll explain what I'm on about. How would you have felt if you were watching, Goldberg comes in early in the Rumble, starts eliminating people left, right, centre, does his thing, does his decimation. You know, eventually people start wearing him down. And then all of a sudden, after he eliminates all them, he's ready, he's jacked for this big guy, and it's a surprise entrance as Brock Lesnar comes steaming down.
well, you don't know what order they're going to come in, yeah? And that could still happen. I think what it adds, though, is the unpredictability of, instead of it being 2 or 3 people that could win it, and then, I wonder who the surprise entries are going to be this year. It's like, this is a must-see Rumble. When was the last Rumble you were actually genuinely excited about?
The last one, last Rumble, and that's including having it already spoiled for me.
What?
And that's including not having it spoiled for me.
Yeah. Well, you can't be spoiled for you, aren't really arsed. Just the one
I hate having it spoiled.
That you generally could go back and watch and go, you know what, that isn't that bad.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the Rumble now.
Well, mine is Shawn Michaels' last one.
Shawn Michaels' last one?
In
One where he lost?
2008.
One where he lost to try and get against Taker?
Yeah, for the World Heavy, the big gold belt.
Yeah. The one that Edge won?
Yes.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And do you know why? Do you know why I agree with you on that one?
Because it had a story behind it.
It had a story, and then when the story wasn't there, they managed to sneak in another story from a surprise.
Because that was Edge versus Chris Jericho in the same
year,
year, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was absolutely genius. It was clever.
So that was the last Rumble I was generally thrilled about, and I could go back and watch it.
There's plenty of Rumbles you can go back and watch.
I mean, the event.
Yeah, there is. There's plenty.
Really? Well, I beg to differ because it just took you so long to figure out one.
No. I was thinking of the actual Rumble match. I could say any of the Rattlesnakes ones.
From the 90s?
Yeah.
Because of the Attitude Era?
Not because of the Attitude Era. It was different. The Rocks.
Attitude Era.
Orton's.
So,
Orton's.
we're going back nearly a decade since you were last genuinely excited about a Rumble.
Orton's. And another one I'll throw out here, because I didn't expect it. When Mysterio's went.
That's the Eddie.
Yeah.
Is that 2004 or 2005?
I'm just trying. I'll have to just look that one up in regards to it.
Oh no, it wasn't 2004. Might be 2005, 2006.
Might be.
But no, so that's
a long while.
a lot. In all fairness, I don't mind them announcing Brock Lesnar for the Rumble. It makes it interesting. We know we're going to see Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg in there. Does Goldberg eliminate Brock Lesnar again even quicker?
Oh, God.
I'm interested to see how they recover this. Because some way they have got to recover this.
The only way I can see them recovering this for Lesnar is if Lesnar has a match against somebody and he just sees him as a Goldberg target, mows him down and absolutely destroys them to the point where it doesn't end by a pinfall, it doesn't end by a submission. The referee has to stop the match from the brutality.
What do you mean when he used to do the triple powerbomb finish?
Yes. Yes.
Where every match of his used to get stopped.
Pretty much.
But no, so that's that. That's the elephant in the room. I'm not as angry as some people are. I'm not as happy as some people are. Was it jaw dropping? Yes.
Shocking.
Yeah, but
unexpected.
Was it right?
No. I don't think it was right. To shockers, great. You've got us talking. Problem is, you've got us talking not positively.
Yeah, so let's move on to our next area of topic for today.
Shall we just cover your elephant for your happy moments, your victory?
It don't surprise me. I am that damn good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the prediction league.
Not prediction league.
So far.
The prediction weekend. I won both events. I clean sweeped NXT.
Clean sweep NXT.
Actually, we'll discuss very briefly one match at NXT.
What?
So, I know you want to talk about it. Actually, I'd like
No.
I'd like to give the whole of NXT just a brief discussion. We're not going to do a review.
No.
It's just a discussion about the event. That was the better event this weekend. NXT was the better event.
Yes, it was.
Now, my comic relief point. How many fucking violinists does Shinsuke Nakamura want? God damn!
And there's one problem with it.
None of them are playing.
Do not give that away. And you saw one of them vividly going at it. It's like, they're not playing, love.
Is that the blonde one that didn't know whether to mount him or stay away from him?
Pretty much. I'll just keep going.
The entrance was badass. Not as good as the one before. Because
not with Robert England.
No.
That was badass.
Yeah. And he did a brilliant job with it. And out of the two entrances, that was the better one. But this one wasn't bad. I just thought it was a bit funny because I was going, right, okay, 3 violinists,
4,
6 violinists,
6,
8,
9,
16,
10.
Do I hear 20?
For 10,000 years, I have a bit. Oh, it's true.
But no, so that was good. So it isn't this week coming. The week after, doing Osaka, Japan, where I think Shinsuke will win the title back in the steel cage.
Right.
Which is why I said that Joe would win it. Because there's no point in going over to Japan to just retain the title. It won't have the same feeling. I know they want to have that feel-good moment in Japan, and having the prodigal son come home.
Yeah.
And win the belt. It's a feel-good moment. And then also you've got two-time NXT champions.
Yeah. Or if they really want to put some heat on Joe, have him win it by beating him. Either way, it looks good either way. It puts somebody over correctly.
So, That was that Authors of Pain versus the Marty Don't Kneel TM61.
TM61.
Good match. Just a little bit scrappy at the end.
It was a little bit scrappy, and do us a favour, lads. If you're going to involve a chain, keep hold of it.
But apart from that, it was a good match.
Keep hold of the chain.
The flips were good, and the tag team, like the mentality of it was brilliant. I actually enjoyed it. Did they need to have Paul Ellering suspended above the ring? Probably not.
It's a bit of history, that is.
I know it's a bit of history, but it was unnecessary.
I get what you're saying.
Like, you could did you have to have him suspended above the ring? Couldn't you have him at the side of the ring suspended?
No, because they wanted him involved somehow.
I just thought it was a bit thingy about that, but that's my opinion. Bobby Roode. Right, this is my nitpick of the week. Why can't no one put the DE on the end of Roode for rude?
Basically,
how hard is it? Bobby Roode!
Wait, you just failed it yourself.
I know, but how hard is it just to go, so Bobby Roode?
Just that.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't come up on the screen with a little kangaroo at the side of it going, come on,
Bobby Roode!
But no, so how hard is that? To just announce his name properly. Why does everyone fuck it up? Is it like an ongoing joke between WWE and TNA?
I have no idea. It could be worse. It could be Triple H announcing, I am the game. I'm in the middle of the ring.
Bobby Roode.
And this is Bobby Roode.
But no. The entrance was brilliant. The entrance was glorious. How many big entrances can they come up with for him? In all fairness, I'm so glad they're making entrances feel special again.
Oh, what's so weird? It took TNA how long to make him special? Make him a main event player? Make him the crowd pleaser? To make him get fans behind him?
He stands out in NXT as well. He knows how to carry himself. He looks like a main eventer.
He acts
like a main eventer. You know, it's a little bit like the old Louis Walsh joke, and if anyone's British, you'll understand this little reference of, you look like a pop star, you sound like a pop star, you are a pop star. You look like a wrestler, you are the main event, you are a superstar.
And why are you opening?
I know why he's opening, to get the crowd going.
Which he does.
Yeah. Now, everyone is raving about the 2 out of 3 falls match. I have one fault.
I know where it's coming.
The match itself is brilliant. Match of the year, instant classic. My one problem that everyone seems to ignore, whereas if it was any other match, everyone would be up in arms about it, because it is an obvious mistake.
Well, it comes to be that obvious if they missed it.
Anyone who's watching it, it's such an obvious mistake, and usually the internet would shit on that sort of stuff, but because it's like an independent...
It's NXT, baby!
Yeah, because like an independent fucking community that all huddles together.
My baby!
Everyone's gone on the defensive, got the shotguns out and gone, you dare this match.
You dare this match! It'll be a shotgun wedding!
Well, my one fault. So, right at the end.
Go on, mama!
So right at the end of it, they go for the submissions. It's a joint submission. What happens?
They tap!
What happens though?
They tap!
No.
I'm not saying it.
Why aren't you saying it?
Because I'm not getting shot.
Aren't you?
No.
No. So, does Gargano put the submission on the illegal man?
I have no idea what you're about.
Is Gargano the legal man?
Yes.
Does he tap out the illegal man?
I don't know which one was the legal man.
You do?
I forgot in all this conversation.
And does...
I don't know which one's which.
And does...
Tommaso Ciampa?
And does Ciampa tap out the legal man?
I have no idea what about.
It's a simple yes or no
I'm not saying
question.
it.
Come on, Matt.
No.
Go on, Nigel.
No. I'm not saying it.
Why?
It's not mine to say. I'll let you say it. Because you're so damn well thinking. Because here's the thing. I'm not getting shot.
That just no, but just put the taint on like the match. The fact that the referee stopped, the holding of the tights, feet on ropes. Yeah, you can't stop the submission on an illegal man. Yeah, it counts. It counts. No, it fucking doesn't.
They both tapped.
I don't care if they both tapped. They've both been tapped by an illegal man.
They both tapped. Doesn't matter. They're both in the ring at the same time.
If Lita taps and she's a manager, does that count? so what happened if Lorna taps to Enzo Amore during the match?
I think the match stops. Enzo gets disqualified for attacking the manager by involving it.
So therefore, shouldn't the match have been restarted?
No.
Why?
It doesn't get restarted.
Well, why doesn't it get restarted?
It doesn't get restarted because then Enzo's lost.
No. So, on this logic, using the tag team match, if they've tapped out the illegal guys, because it's into disqualification, but it should be a disqualification because both of them are in the ring for a count longer than 5. So shouldn't it have been a double disqualification and the Revival are still the champions?
Nope, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not getting involved in that. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the views of Nathan Goff only. If the internet wants to shoot him, they're more than welcome to. I'm not involved in this.
Couple of haters.
Couple of haters. But that's your thoughts and only your thoughts.
No, it's genuine thoughts because that's what soured the match for me. I watched it, I went, classic. Instant classic. Brilliant match. Until the end. The last 2 minutes is just utter bullshit. Complete and utter.
They held hands together.
But it's unorganised bullshit. If they had the right people in, where if Gargano had the legal man in and he tapped the legal man, I wouldn't give a shit. But they've been tapped to the wrong people.
Folks, it's real to him, damn it. It's real to him.
It's simple mechanics. You'd be in outrage if that match ended where it went 1, 2, and then they didn't count through and they rang the bell. You would be up in arms.
I'm sorry, but it's the referee's job to notice this. The referee didn't notice. Doesn't matter. Sorry, the referee's decision is final. You've got to live with it.
I don't think if you're setting standards on pulling things up, you should pull everything up. And that's the only thing that bothered me about that match.
Listen, a lot of crazy stuff can happen. People forget who they were. Eventually, it does actually happen in a match where people actually forget. Some companies have a different policy. Some companies have, if a wrestler falls out the ring, a tag team partner gets in. Don't know whether if NXT follows the same suit, it may do, may not do.
Well, it obviously doesn't.
That's why I just said doubt it. But listen, it varies. If you want to,
it shouldn't vary from match to match, though.
Send your
company to company is fine, but not tag match to fucking tag match.
Send your complaints to WWE. See if they give a damn.
Take pride in what you put out.
Actually, I agree with that. I'll agree with them on that one. Take pride in what you put out. Yeah, I agree with that. Because, they put on a great show, fantastic, and everything. It worked well. And DIY became tag team champions.
Yeah, and well deserved. Don't know how long they'll have them for, because I think the Orphans are paying them for a decent run.
They're coming. Alright.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, would you care to discuss these Survivor Series?
No, not really.
Let's just get one thing out of the way. One moment. Or shall we say 2? One of them you're not happy about, and the other one I don't know how you'll react. One of them is to do with Braun Strowman.
What, nearly killing Shane?
Nearly beating up Shane, almost killing AJ, and then flinging Ellsworth. What do you think?
I thought he was pretty reckless in the match. I know he's supposed to be booked as a monster, but it looks more harmful. He looks more green than the Great Khali.
Which is not good. Now, straight away from me, I saw that, yes, it's okay for him to be a big, bad monster. Great, it's fine. But when you're going out there hurting others, it's not clever, it's not smart. All you're doing is just basically showing off that you're reckless. You don't know what you're doing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, so I like more care taken, like just help him out. You need someone like Kane or Big Show just showing him how to work as an effective big guy.
Undertaker.
Undertaker isn't there that often, is he?
He's back now.
And
He's never coming back.
He's probably going to do more work on a Tuesday than he is on a Monday.
Possibly, yeah, good point. But here's the thing. Straight away, Kane isn't going to be there. Big Show's the only one who can possibly teach him.
Mark Henry.
He's elsewhere. I don't know what he's doing.
But someone just needs to show him how to be an effective big guy.
Big guy, yeah. There's been damaging and everything, but there's been reckless. Would you agree?
Yeah. So it's just not working effectively.
You look a bit distracted.
Yeah, it's because Martina thinks she's being funny.
Oh, Martina, the cleaner.
Yeah, but I think I'm just about to super kick the cleaner.
No, we don't want a lawsuit against us.
It's fine. They don't have a contract.
Listen, we don't want a lawsuit.
They don't have a contract, they can't read.
I understand.
Can't read, they can't write.
Oh.
She's just completely forgetful.
She's
like, in all fairness, she'll probably only last a week before she quits.
Can you tell you? You thinking?
Lazy-itis.
Ah. So you're thinking lazy-itis. Fair enough. We'll update you on that, folks, in case you want to know about it. But anyway, back to where we were. He needs to be taught how to be the effective big guy without damaging actual other people. Another point I want to point out is Shane McMahon. Damn.
Took a mean spear.
I will say this, though. I wonder whose idea it was in the back saying, right, guys, I'm in the ring with you, and I'm going to have some offensive against you.
That was probably Shane's idea going.
Shane's idea.
Roman, Dubster. Catch me. Catch me!
Catch me! He caught him! Just show about planting at the head. Whoops.
Like, it's brilliant, like, you just see Shane McMahon borrowing a page out of Matt Burns' playbook. The plank.
I don't even think it was a plank, it was more of a thud.
But no, it would have been a great spot.
Great spot, however.
Because in all fairness, I think he slipped on the trajectory, so he didn't get as far over enough.
He didn't get far over, and it didn't exactly help when Roman jumped. The fact that his body went way over it, and it looked like Roman almost hit the floor.
So, it almost looked like Shane McMahon DDT'd Roman.
Almost. Almost.
Which is weird. But I
will say this, though.
I won our £5 bet.
Pardon?
Shane McMahon put Braun Strowman through the table.
We didn't bet on that. I actually sided with you, remember? Nice try. Listen to past recording. I'm not stupid.
You owe me a £5.
I'm not stupid!
Didn't I tell you the Miz would win?
You never betted on it.
Didn't I tell you the Miz would win?
Did I not agree with you?
After I talked you into it.
No, I don't argue anything.
You would have majorly lost on predictions if you would not listen to the voice of reason. You know, the person behind the booking at Survivor Series.
Wait. He really wants to grind this in, do you? Really want to grind this in?
I'm just saying, if you paid attention to the product, you might understand what's going on.
Just give it time. Certain things might happen. You'll always get ahead. Basically, you are the Hillary Clinton of this actual feud between us.
Well, I don't think I'm going to.
You basically, what you're going to do is you're going to fall at the end, and the victor will be Matt Burns. The only difference is I won't be building any walls.
I don't think you're Donald Trump in this.
I'm not saying I was Donald Trump. I'm just saying
you might be like the Bernie Sanders to my Hillary Clinton.
Oh well, last time I checked, Bernie Sanders is more famous, is more popular than Hillary Clinton. So back the fuck off. So I'm more famous than you. I'm more popular than you.
Always at number 2, just never making the big heights.
Oh, you can say that about Hillary. She came in second place, bitch.
She almost made history, though, But American politics are not our forte.
Whoa. Repeat that.
American politics.
No. Before that, she almost.
Yeah, she almost made it.
No. That's the thing. Almost. Didn't reach it.
Okay, how many women do you know that have run for the president?
I'm not saying that. I'm not against that. I'm just saying. You're trying to say you are that person. You almost got there, which means I must be beating you.
Are you done being feminist now?
I'm not being feminist. I've got nothing against it.
Yeah, it sounds like you do. You're just being.
No. I've got nothing against that, and this is why I'm actually quite happy that with Theresa May being in the the PM position, Prime Minister position.
Well, this isn't politics. And
I know it's not politics, but you're trying to bring feminism against me, so nice try. But anyway, moving on, shall we? Number 2.
Are you sure? How many are you behind?
1.
You're more than 1.
Oh, okay, 2.
You're more than 2 behind.
How am I? Go on then. How many?
4.
How many am I behind?
You're 4 behind.
I'm 4 behind. Doesn't that sound familiar? Or doesn't that sound familiar? Like on, a certain football series that we, the one I'm coming back on.
Oh, if I beat you at everything, you'd cry and go. So I've got to let you win something. I'd rather you win at football than wrestling, because wrestling's supposedly your specialty area, since you're the wrestler.
And supposedly other sports and everything else is yours. But anyway, moving on, shall we? You got your victory this time, but we'll see next time.
I'll have it next week.
We'll see. We shall see. Anyway,
I will make you tap like a little bitch again.
Keep dreaming. You keep a dreaming.
Make you go back out to street corners. Selling that merch.
I can make you do it instead. Because aren't you my staff?
No, I'm just actually very good at sales.
Oh, you're very good at sales, yeah, but you're still staff, so get your ass in the corner, bitch. And sell my merch.
I will when you actually do a show again.
I will be doing a show soon enough. So nice try. Anyway, moving on, shall we?
Where to?
Where to next? How about... I'm going to hate saying this. Oh, I'm not going to hate saying it. I'm going to ask you your opinion on this. If a British company is highlighting a British company as, the best of British has to offer, what should be mostly on it?
Are we on about ICW or WCPW?
WCPW.
I waive my rights to the Fifth Amendment.
Translation: you just don't want to talk because you full well know you'll probably incriminate yourself.
No, I don't want to talk about it because I don't watch the company as a rule. I will watch it for something that you've said is a good match, but I don't watch it because I don't like the overall product that they put out. It's not the best of British wrestling. It really isn't. It doesn't highlight what British wrestling should be about. Now, it highlights what's good about American wrestling and trying to bring it into the British style. If you want to see what decent British wrestling is, you'd go watch PCW or Southside Wrestling, or you go watch the Night Wrestling promotion. Promotions that aren't trying to get television contracts. Promotions that are here to showcase the best of the British talent.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
ICW, where people go, yes, this is the best in the European wrestling community, but it still doesn't showcase the grappling style of the British wrestling. It showcases what's good about the American style, and it mixes WWE with ECW.
Quite a bit from time to time, but in this case,
It's basically like Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon got into bed, screwed, and the love child was ICW.
but in this case, some of the ICW guys, when they've had the WWE guys over,
And
the ICW guys have beaten the WWE guys.
But I'm going to say this disrespectfully because ICW just put on a stellar show.
Stellar, amazing, fantastic.
And
Arena filling.
They might be the hottest American wrestling company in Europe, but they don't showcase what is good about British wrestling. They showcase what is good about wrestling, not British wrestling.
Fair enough. That's a fair case. That's a fair case.
When I think of British wrestling, I think of Zack Sabre Jr. and people like that. You know, even people like Will Ospreay are more Americanized now. Why have we gone from producing such skilled mat technicians like William Regal, Dynamite Kid? British Bulldog was a powerhouse. I can't call him a technician.
Are you ready for the technician? The villain. Marty Scurll.
But he's no William Regal.
No.
Like, all these people were proper technicians. They'd wind you down. They could work you over and hold.
They didn't need to beat you with just brute force and physicality.
And flash. It was...
They could literally beat you down, grind at you. And another name that comes to mind that does this, and a name that you constantly keep reminding me of because it's my middle name, Nigel.
Nigel McGuinness. He was a brilliant...
Nigel McGuinness. Tactician. He knew how to work a body part and not just go, oh, I'm gonna have a piece here, I'm gonna have a piece there. He literally chopped at it like it was a redwood.
You look at Doug Williams. Doug Williams is a classic British wrestler.
Oh, definitely.
He can work any part of your body that he wants to, and he makes it look so effortless. Whereas the British wrestlers that we're producing now are being forced to be more Americanized to keep up with the trend. I don't like that. You know, you don't see people in Japan trying to do American-style wrestling. They work stiff style. They work their own style because that's their country.
Yeah.
If they want to go over to America, they learn the style in America. If Americans go over to Japan, they don't expect to work the American style. They have to work the Japanese strong style.
Yeah, and I actually agree with that. But at the same time, they can also use what actually brought them to the party or what made them famous. Because if you think about it, if you're actually famous for that reason, then you should be using that.
Yes, but
you know, for example, like you said, William Regal, is he known as a powerhouse?
No.
No. What was he known as?
He was a technician in the ring, but he incorporated that style into his American style.
Yes.
Which is something that people don't do now when they go somewhere. You don't see people over here and incorporate their American style within the British style. They just give us the American style. Perfect example, the Young Bucks. When the Young Bucks came over, that was just...
Super kick! Super kick! Super kick! Super kick!
It was American Flash. Because I'm not even going to call it American Wrestling, it was American Flash.
Super kick! Super kick!
You know, I might as well take you out in the car park and we probably would have had more moves.
Pretty much, yeah. But at least I'll still be the victor.
How many matches have you won?
More than you.
Who's undefeated?
Please. You only had one match. You haven't even held the title, god damn it. And don't you even dare try to claim, I have the World Hardcore title! That's all in your head, baby. That's all in your head.
But no. So, that's my thoughts on it. You know, like, you should be respectful of what country you go to, and you should work that country's style. I don't think countries should adopt to what's popular.
It's not just what's popular. As much as the scene is developing, creating,
The
there's
problem,
always going to be an evolution
yeah.
of wrestling.
What's ruining British wrestling at the moment is there isn't British wrestling on British television. It's all American wrestling on British television. Now,
Yes, I agree.
I know you're going to say, well, World of Sport's coming on soon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
But
whoa,
for
whoa.
one fucking week.
One day, I was actually going to agree with you on that, on that point. So, with that, I actually agree with you. Where is the British wrestling scene? It is
The
around.
kids are being
It
brainwashed
is.
into thinking that American wrestling is the only style that's out there.
I can agree with you on that, but at the moment they've got the money, they've got the power at the moment.
What do you mean at the moment? British wrestling will not have that financial clout.
At this moment of time, there is an actual British wrestling company that does get aired on Sky. NGW. They have it aired once a week on Challenge TV,
Which isn't Sky's Freeview.
which is okay, free review. However, I believe that the Knight family have also tried to get onto Sky TV
Right.
with theirs. But I agree with what you're saying. That's then, not now.
How often do you watch Challenge TV?
Nowhere near as much as what it should be.
How often is that publicised that they have British wrestling on there?
Not as much as it should be.
And whose fault is that?
You can say that's either Challenge's fault for not advertising, or you can say that's the British Wrestling Company for not pushing for it. But then again, you can argue, because that could be money here, money there. They might not be able to afford it.
So
It varies.
it just annoys me because kids are being. It's basically like. I hate using this word. Strongholded into believing that the American style is the only style there, this flash move, power move, flash move, power move. Why can't they watch, a map-based technician for 3 or 4 minutes go from hold to hold?
Move for move. Strike for strike. I agree with you, but that's not at the moment in time taken into account. ECW only managed it to keep up with WCW and WWE by doing what? By their skin of the teeth, flying it off and working together as hard as they did. And it wasn't just one man working behind it. If you recall from watching the untold, unofficial or authentic story, that's actually on the WWE Network, which is just only for $9.99 a month, right? Which they basically state that they had to work their asses off. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't ECW illegally use music?
He didn't illegally use it. He found a loophole.
He found a loophole in the system, which has probably been covered by now.
But no, so I just don't think that.
I can agree with you in some aspects.
Because if you go to another country, their national wrestling will be broadcast on national television.
In some cases, go over to America, they haven't just got WWE on.
Go over to Japan, and I bet you'll find New Japan Pro Wrestling on television.
Guaranteed, yes, you will. But most likely, possibly will do.
Go to China. China's an emerging market for British wrestling. Well, not British wrestling, Chinese wrestling at the moment.
Yes, and I would agree with you. But at this moment in time, it's not as big, and it's a shame. Which is why I'm really hoping that World of Sport does actually hit off big on New Year's Day.
Right. If New World of Sport hits off big in January, I will place you a bet now that they don't do British style wrestling.
You're expecting rounds?
What?
You're expecting proper British wrestling rounds?
No, they
rounds.
won't do British style. They will wrestle the American style.
I can't say if it will be or not.
My opinion is they'll go with what's popular to try lure in the crowd, which will be the American style flash, flash, move. Flash, flash,
Let's
move.
move. Which is what then people then argue saying, but this is British wrestling, it's on British soil. I can understand where you're coming from. It's not the British style as in, like, the technicality. Telling a story in a ring. And everything. It should be wrestling, to them, they're saying, oh, it's wrestling. It shouldn't be just as one style. Which, yes, I agree with. That wrestling shouldn't just be one style. It should be all styles mixed together. Be, evolving. Becoming more than what it should be. Becoming, instead of just one section of its piece, becoming all sections at the same time if necessary. To evolve into the next step. To become into the next phase that will wow the audience. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah, no, it does need to develop. I don't mind like a hybrid of the two. I just want something
of our style, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. I can understand that. Now, would you say we're done with this topic, or shall we move on?
We're done with that topic.
Done with that topic? Right. I'm about to bring up a topic right now that I've actually seen being brought up by one of our favourite people. He's infamous for saying, get the hell out of there. Schoolboy roll up, whatever the fuck.
James E. Cornette.
James Cornette. And this is to do with Joey Styles. Now, a lot of people realise that he made a comment recently and got himself fired from the WWN network, correct?
Yeah.
Which involved Donald Trump. Now, another company...
I think we briefly covered this last week.
Oh, no, not this subject. We have briefly covered that Evolve was the one that let him go. We have briefly covered that. Now, another wrestling company is actually getting involved called Beyond Wrestling, stating that Joey Styles is out there, radical, shocking, should never work in the wrestling business again. Right? Now, Cornette stated on it, bad is bad, good is good. He made a mistake. I think he made a mistake. He's in the wrong. He is not...
Did he make a mistake? Did he make a mistake?
I'm not saying that he did.
Okay, so...
Supposedly he made a mistake because it was supposedly said on the night by the owner not to make any references to,
When you hire Joey Styles, what do you expect?
You expect Joey Styles to be Joey Styles.
Which is, Joey Styles is famous for his loud, passionate, and a little bit over the top commentary.
Yes.
He's very loose cannon. He doesn't think before he speaks, which is why he is so passionate.
Yes.
You understand what you're getting into before you book him. Does he mean any of it? No.
No.
A lot of people have said that he is one of the nicest people you could meet.
Agreed.
Yes.
And has an ability to knock out JBL in a fight.
But what he says on there is for the people. Now, when you're doing this,
yes,
you pick topics. So, 5 years ago, Booker T used to go around screaming the N-word, and not one eyelid was batted. Not one eyelid. Now, if we go around shouting the N-word today, oh my God, there'd be heat on us. So
heat, probably arrest, probably getting killed.
15 years ago, Triple H crawled in a casket with...
No. We're going way off topic.
No.
That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the point I was trying to bring up.
I'm getting to the point. So, as time moves on, wrestling has sensitised itself. Instead of desensitising itself, where nothing was off limits. If that comment was made 15 years ago...
It'd be ignored.
It'd be ignored, because it's wrestling. Wrestling is able to step outside the box. People have took that too seriously. If that was said by a comedian, would everyone in the room have laughed?
Yes.
So what the fuck's the problem?
That's the company that they didn't want it, and the fact that it was said to a female as well at the same time, which in some way they could say, is he paying her compliments? Blah blah blah. It made it supposedly awkward with them. Yes, there could be a sexual harassment lawsuit in regards to it. That's not the point I'm actually saying.
Has he taken
I
a piece
agree
of
with
factual
I
information?
agree with you in some case. Yes, a lot of people can say
As he took
it's
a current
political.
story.
What you're trying to say is it is political correctness gone mad.
No. So what I'm trying to say is, he's taken a story and he's tried to link it in with wrestling to try link it to something for people that might not be familiar with there. So he's trying to build an overall picture. Has he used the wrong reference? More than probably. Does he mean anything by it? Absolutely not.
Which is why...
If you want to get rid of him, happy days. But don't make this big fucking shit
Whoa. Stop where you are. This is why I was trying to stop you right now. It's not actually evolved that I've actually got the issue with this.
But, okay, so anyone else who's got a problem with it shouldn't have a problem with it because they've got two choices. You either employ him or you don't. There's no need to put your 2 pence in because he's done fuck all to you.
Agreed. And this is why Jim Cornette is dissing this company. Not just because of that, for another reason, which I'm about to get onto. And this will actually quite surprise you. Now, this company is called Beyond Wrestling. They've had Colt Cabana and everybody there and everything. Some top, they've had some former WWE stars, some former ROH stars, some former ECW stars, some former WCW stars.
I got the point, they've had stars.
Yeah, they've had some stars. Right? Now, straight away...
Some stars.
Some stars.
And they probably had some haters.
Some haters. Couple of haters. But we'll get to the haters in a minute. Right? Because straight away, this company has actually jumped onto the bandwagon to diss on Joey Styles, saying, he's outrageous, he's low, he'll never work for our company ever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now...
does Joey Styles want to work for that?
I'm about to get onto this on a reason why he may not want to. Because Jim Cornette got sent a clip from this supposed wrestling company by one of the Cornette fans, Cornette Millions, Cornites, whatever you want to call them, and Cornette was outraged. What's that say to you already? In case you want to know what the outrage was about, it involves a male wrestler wrestling a female wrestler. Now, this female wrestler looks about $118.
Okay.
He's about 280. Does that sound fair?
Is life fair?
No. And as she's getting up, he hits her with a chair. And not a fairy tap. This was like JBL swinging at Blue Meanie, sort of swinging. So levels her. Straight away...
I'm going to have a guess. Well, that right there is domestic abuse.
You could say, yeah. But was he done? No. He picks her up into... And you know how much Jim Cornette loves the buckle bomb? He does that. But not from the powerbomb position. From the Razor's Edge position. And as he throws it, he doesn't throw it enough. So instead of the female wrestler landing on the top, the corner at the top, the back of her head hits the middle padding, and the spine hits the lower corner, almost breaking her neck. And this company was endorsing this as wrestling.
Are they wrong?
Would you say they are or not?
It's a fan's interpretation.
It is a fan's interpretation.
And is wrestling one person wrestling another person? Does it have to be gender specific?
I'm not saying it should be. But this company was claiming, right, that what Joey Styles did on that female staff was unjustified.
Okay, but
No, they were arguing, saying that he'd belittle this female wrestler staff and then getting another female wrestler abused.
okay, so
Which
all this is
I
due
am
to.
not arguing that women wrestlers shouldn't be wrestling men or anything
I'm
like
not
that.
arguing that with you. All I'm saying is this whole thing is down to perspective,
And it is.
which is it's a perspective of did Joey Styles cross the line? Some people say yes, some people say no, and then the perspective on the other line is should men be fighting women, and should there be a line on what they can do to women in the wrestling ring?
Agreed.
It's all perspective, and it depends on what side of the line you stand on where you see it.
Agreed. But the biggest point that Cornette was making, it wasn't actually throwing the abuse over the fact of a female wrestler being wrestling a male. He was arguing the fact that this wrestler who was doing the move didn't look like he'd done this move before, and it was his first time. And
well, it wouldn't matter if it's a bloke or a woman then.
Agreed.
So,
but the point being is what the argument was that Cornette was arguing was on one side they can't turn around saying everything should be all equal rights and everything, but then arguing the point. It's. I agree with you. It's all down to perspective, and he was turning around saying, "How could they jump onto Joey Styles?" Saying
because the two completely different points that they're jumping on for.
Yeah.
And I don't usually argue with that, but it's two different points. A man fighting a woman and a man making a comment about a woman is two completely different points. Now,
yeah,
your argument there is, if you remember rightly, you had Bill Alfonso versus Francine.
And it was one of the most bloodiest.
Where Bill Alfonso needed blood transfusion after that match.
Yes.
Because he bled that much.
Yes.
Now, is that right? Because could that be seen as abusing Bill Alfonso? Where
yes, I actually agree. No. This is the point. The reason why I brought this up is because it's a bit controversial because in the fact of
I don't think it's controversial. I just think it's people taking things and twisting it to the way that they want to fit it in, which is context.
Correct.
And you can twist anything into a way that you want to fit it in context.
Yeah.
And it's people's perspective. Opinions are a lot like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and most of them come out with shit.
Agreed. And I've got mine right here, right across from me. Just thought I'd point that one out, just for a quick laugh. But anyway, the point being is that argument is being thrown around. Now, what Joey Styles did, some people might say is wrong, some people might say it was right, some people might say whichever it is. Our point of view was he was being topical. Would you agree?
It's just context. A lot of the arguments that happen between people is context. You've got a right and you've got the wrong.
I'm asking you for your opinion on the.
Does my opinion matter?
I'm asking you for it.
But does it matter in the context of, is it going to make a difference to Joey Styles whether I support him or not? No. Because my opinion in the wrestling community means jack shit.
Have I actually found your higher ground now? Are you actually ducking from a question? I thought you'd be the one that, the tell all.
It's perspective. In all fairness, it doesn't really bother me that he made a comment. I found it amusing. If a comedian makes a comment, people would laugh. Because a wrestler's made it, fucking hell, everyone's gone all high. But it's context. It's like, again, it's an opinion. But like arseholes, everyone's got one. Most of them come out with shit. If you want an opinion about it, you're entitled to it. Don't mean I have to give you mine.
Fair enough, but thank you for giving yours anyway. Thank you. So, would you say it's a safe time to call this week's episode?
Yeah.
A safe journey? Is there anything you want to give a shout out to?
I've played an event today. which was the Players Champions League. My second invite and the second year it's been around. Good day.
Good day.
I actually beat the England captain today.
Captain!
I took a frame off the England captain. Happy days.
I'll be honest with you. When he actually told me this, I actually just turned around and my neck almost snapped off my shoulders and was like, huh? If I'm not mistaken, our chauffeur had to keep concentrating on his driving, seeing as he's the only driver in the world for us.
Yeah, he's the only driver in the world, and yet he only works 2 hours out of a 38-hour week.
Yeah, that's about right. And he hasn't got a contract either.
No. He don't read the contracts.
He can't read.
Well, I've been putting Braille for him next time.
I don't even think he can read Braille.
Well, you don't read Braille, you touch it.
I don't even think he can touch to read it. You condescending twat. Or as you'd like to say, cunt.
But no, we'll shout out to the UK Wrestle Fan Zone.
As always, they seem to be doing quite well for themselves. However,
they have
announced something which is coming soon. And do you know what? And would you care to mention what it is, or would you like me to do it?
You can do it.
I believe I will. It's basically the Kingdom. Is what they've announced.
What? Maria Canal is coming over. She made my pee go. Doing, doing, doing.
Why did my brain just scream at me, just saying, lawsuit, lawsuit, lawsuit? Anyway, it's not really. Basically, what they've actually announced is what is called King of the Kingdom. Now, what this actually is, we don't know yet. However, it could be announced down the road. In a possible future interview, we're hoping
next month we should
to get an interview. So
next month is we have penciled in between the four of us to sit down and go through a lot of things.
Yeah. So there could be a potential interview in regards to with ourselves and the UK Wrestle Fan Zone. So
I'm still waiting for my game of FIFA.
You're always going to be waiting for your game of FIFA.
I know you listen to us. I'm waiting.
Here's a waiting. Here's a waiting.
You know, he plays Matt and then he goes away. You know, it's just like he doesn't care about me.
It's because you're not the actual challenge. You're not the real threat.
No problems.
But anyway, more on that. The more on the King of the Kingdom down the road, which has been announced for coming 2017. So there will be more news on that at a future time. Another thing I'd like to point out is, as usual, Botchamania. This week's absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, and also a South Plug, which will be our gaming channel, which is going to be having a lot more content recorded over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Correct.
In all fairness, I've got 14 days coming off soon for Christmas.
That you do, and at the moment we've currently
got a day.
I've probably got a day somewhere.
So there's content recorded to take us up to
December.
A certain amount.
I think it's December.
And then,
but we are going to be there's content going to be produced. However, at this moment in time, we are still doing our usual Matt Burns versus Alexander Owens on a Wednesday. However, if there's any more content, that will be coming soon and possibly on a different day.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see, because on Tuesday is the release of Final Fantasy 15. Now, I now have a little bit more grinding time than Mr. Burns. So if people want to see an achievement hunt done on Final Fantasy 15, I'll give a plug out. I will try to commit to doing an achievement hunt.
He'll try to commit to doing an achievement hunting on that, and I'll see if I can get like a bit of a quick game review out as well for it.
You'll probably just tap in, because you don't have the stamina to go achievement hunting. You just one of these people that just plays a game and puts it away after you've just done the simple
Oh,
things.
oh,
You don't
oh.
like the long haul. You're not in there to get the most out of the game, you know.
So it's not like I went through Final Fantasy VII, the night of the round, and spent days, months, weeks, almost 8 years.
What happened to Final Fantasy Lightning Returns?
Never happened.
I can see it in your game collection.
It's not there. I don't see it.
It is.
I don't see it. It's not there.
I see it.
I don't see it.
Because you pushed it out of it.
Nope, I didn't push it out of it.
And, you know, it just...
It never happened!
You know, if you can't beat something, just puts it away and it never gets put back out again.
It's not that I can't...
You know,
it's not that
only quitters walk away from the problems, Mr. Burns.
Oh, are you calling me a quitter? I don't quit. I just don't see
The point in completing something.
the point in completing something that is so stupid, ridiculous, that completely destroys an entire series. Need I say more?
Well,
Are you telling me that is a record, groundbreaking game that actually signifies the entire series?
Do you know how it ends?
You actually showed it me. You tortured me into seeing it.
Well, I thought you deserved to how it ends since you wouldn't play it for yourself.
I didn't want to play for myself. I was actually playing it. The fact they actually showed me the ending actually desensitized me. So stop playing it.
She dies.
I wish it happened. But anyway, another shout out is to Team 4 Star, who do their regular show, which is I can't even say it myself. Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Abridged.
Not bridged. Abridged. There's an A in front of it.
Right? Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Are you sure it's unbridged?
Would you kindly go fuck yourself?
And there's no Z in it. It's just Dragon Ball Abridged.
Don't give a shit. I'm moving on.
Well,
Don't care. Don't care.
If you don't give a shout out, you might as well do it properly.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Dragon Ball
Abridged.
Kai Bridged. If you want to say whatever, I don't care. It's a great channel to recommend to anybody. Please check it out.
People are going to go for Dragon Ball Z.
Team 4 Star. Recommended.
Completely different. You know, it's really like people putting in new on there. You know, and you know, if they don't put Nigel in there, they might come up with the American Matt Burns.
Really? I'm Matt Burns UK. You're trying to reel me in, and I know you are. I know you're trying to fish. You're just trying to fish. Anyway, moving on. Just because you've actually found out my middle name, get.
I've always known your middle name.
He's reeling. He's trying to go for the whop. I can see him. He's bracing himself. The only thing he's going to cause himself is a fucking hernia in a man. But anyway, that's this week's show, folks. I'm going to always state, stay well, stay safe. Always check out your local wrestling and everything. And we will be back here next week at 9 o'clock.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
What?
No, we won't.
We'll be at 1 minute past 9 next week.
Would you kind of go fuck yourself?
Well, if I do that, it'll be 5 minutes past 9.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
Have a good week, folks. Like and share, comments for the questions that we've asked.
Subscribe.
And
as a little self plug as well, you can always go to www.matt.
The bad boy.
No. www.
I am a mature.
Why can I see him actually eventually buying them and actually putting my face on them? I'll kill him if he does. It's www.matt-burns.co.uk/.
Please buy me now.
Forget it. Just go to www.matt-burns.co.uk, click on the Burning Truth button, and go to that section where you'll actually see all of our content. which is currently at the moment the latest episode, which will probably be this one that you're currently listening to. That'll be on
Well,
there
you got a
soon.
time machine. Well, it won't be next week's one.
And the latest episode of TBT Games, and the last article that you wrote. So with that, which, if I'm not mistaken, you are actually currently currently writing one.
Yes.
So there may actually be a new article on there soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully by the end of before the end of this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, you could always write one yourself.
I could, but I'm not the professional writer. I'm the one who has to do all the backbone. Who has to help out.
Which one of us works a full-time job?
Well, not you, because you're always sitting in your comfy chair.
Well, I work a full-time job. You're a professional wrestler. You work 20 minutes a night.
I don't just work for wrestling. I also do. I do actually have a day job, which I'm not willing to discuss at this moment in time.
You have a day job?
Yes.
Being a bum's a day job.
No. It's not. I do actually have a day job, so you can screw that up your ass. Anyway, so with that, stay well, stay safe. We'll catch you next week at 9, and ta-ra for now.